Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. So they're giving airtime to whistleblowers now. Okay. This video is going to be on the deception of Esau and the UFO crash and all this nonsense that you hear going on in the media now. Okay, where at one time, if you believed in UFOs, you needed to be locked in a padded room. No, you were crazy. But now they're coming out with all this information, which this in itself should show you that the government is very deceptive and they're not to be trusted. Because all these things that are coming out, the fact that they didn't let you know about it, or that they were lying about it, saying that these things didn't exist, and now they're coming out and saying it's true. This is the activity of a compulsive liar. Okay, but then yet you, Jake, still want to trust in Egypt. You still want to trust in Babylon the Great, which is America. Yeah, that's going to be your shame. Absolutely. All right. So the title of this video says UFO whistleblower says U.S. recovered non-human biologics from crash sites. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is nonsense. First and foremost, the only outside life force outside of this earth, okay, that is flying around to different galaxies are the angels. Okay? The angels are the only ones flying and going around the planets, okay, in the chariots of the Lord, which these people call UFOs. Which they're identifiable to us. Okay, those are the chariots of the Lord. Those crafts are chariots of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, so I'm going to play a bit of this video.
Many Americans have wondered about the dangers of unknown objects crisscrossing our skies. Whether these are UAPs or weather phenomena, advanced technology from American allied or enemy forces, or something more out of this world. So my first question, I have several questions, and if we can just be quick on these first two, I'm going to ask each of you the same question, and then I'll get to each of you individually. The first one, when you reported your experiences with a UAP, did any of you face any repercussions with your superiors, yes or no?
No.
No. I've actually never seen anything personally, believe it or not. So.
All right. And then do you believe there's an active disinformation campaign within our government to deny existence of UAPs, yes or no?
I don't have an answer to that.
As previously stated publicly, yes.
I think previously with like Project Blue Book, yes, but currently I don't speak for the United States government.
Okay, thank you. I have a few questions for Mr. Graves. What percentage of UAP sightings, in your belief, go unreported by our pilots?
This is an approximation based off of my personal experience speaking with a number of pilots, but I would estimate we're somewhere near 5% reporting, perhaps.
So like 95% basically don't report seeing UAPs.
That's just my personal estimate.
In the incident,
which pilots do see chariots all the time because they're in the skies. Okay, so they see real chariots, meaning chariots that the angels are riding in. They see those all the time. Okay, but there's certain things in the skies that Esau is using as deception as well. Okay, to say these are spaceships, these are such and such, but it's his deception, because when the truth comes out, right, Esau needs to bring out deception.
incident off Virginia Beach, do you believe the Navy took the danger to your aircraft seriously after it was reported?
Absolutely.
A few questions for Mr. Favor. As an expert naval aviator, have you ever seen an object that looked and moved like the Tic Tac UAP?
No.
Did the Tic Tac UAP move in such a way that defied the laws of physics?
The way we understand them, yes.
Yes, the chariots of the Lord, they move in a way that defy the law of physics. Okay? Esau does not have technology. So that can move like that. So when you see a craft moving and it's going at full speed and it stops and it goes downward and it stops and it goes upward, Esau does not have technology like that. It can move at the super speed, so you can only catch it when you slow down the video. Esau does not have technology that can move like that. Understand that can expand, that can separate, right? Sometimes you'll see one ball of light, which is a chariot, and then it'll separate into 3 different balls of light. Esau does not have technology that can do that. Okay? As in physical crafts, he might have a Project Bluebeam who might be able to show you something like that, but him himself having a vehicle like that, he does not have that. Okay? These are spiritual vehicles. Okay? Now, when you look at this video from this brother GMS Word of Life, okay? This is the Iranian army trying to shoot down a UFO. And it's unsuccessful. They're not going to be able to take it down. Why? Because these are vehicles of the Lord. There's another video. Look at that. It's not effective. It's not effective. Okay? And if the angel wanted in the chariot, if he wanted to send out a fire beam to destroy them, he could easily do that. Okay? But guess what? It wasn't the time for that. So he's just sitting back and watching. Okay? You understand? This brother has a whole bunch of videos of different chariot sightings, man. A whole lot of videos. Okay? Let's look at this. Let's click on another one. Which some of them, are probably, some of them is Esau and his deception. But some of these are real. Some of these are real chariots of the Lord. Okay? You can tell.
Da ist es wieder hinten. So. Was ist denn das bitte?
Look at that. See that? Just appeared in the sky like that. See that? That's not an airplane, man. And I saw a chariot that looked like that. Salakia. Years ago, the only chariot I ever saw with my own eyes, right? I saw it and it looked just like this. And it was early morning. And I was on the bus and the chariot looked something like this. It was just floating in the air. I said, "Nah, that's not an airplane. That's a straight up chariot." It was clear as day that was a chariot. There's no way you could mistake this for an airplane.
Wirklich, bitte schau mal.
Ich weiß es nicht. Das ist irgendwas ganz, ganz Großes.
Es verschwindet, kommt wieder, verschwindet, kommt wieder.
Was haben wir für Drogen? Jetzt verschwindet wieder.
Oma, schau her, weiter Oma noch.
See, it just separated before.
Oh.
See that?
Was ist
See, it went this way, going back this way. It separated. It grew. It's changing shape.
Markus, was ist denn das?
Shape shifting.
Das hat doch ganz laut Geräusch. Hörst du das?
See, it's getting smaller, disappeared. See, this is the power of the chariots. Look, it gets bigger. It's discipline. Let's look at it.
Ist das ein Raum von einer Armee oder was?
Also kind of looks like a bright cloud too.
Das ist irgendwas ganz, ganz Großes.
Verschwindet, kommt wieder, verschwindet, kommt wieder.
Was haben wir für Drogen? Jetzt verschwindet wieder.
Oma, schau her, weiter Oma noch.
Oh. Was ist das? Markus, was ist denn das? Das laut Geräusch, hörst du das?
See, it's getting smaller and smaller, and then boom, it vanishes. So Esau doesn't have technology that could do that. All right, and there's many of these type of sightings of these UFOs, but Esau is trying to paint his own narrative, and he's using deception. Okay, because let's get Psalms 144. That's what Esau is all about. He's all about deception. This is Psalms 144 and verse 6. It says, "Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows and destroy them. Send thine hand from above. Rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity." Okay, and that's vanity. They're talking about the UFO crashed, and we have alien DNA or alien bodies that were found in the UFO. But Esau doesn't say it straight up because, like I said, he's all about deception. Oh, we recovered some form of the biologics. They're not human biologics. He doesn't speak straight. He speaks with a forked tongue, and that's all lies and deception. Okay. And their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Okay, so that's all what they push out is falsehood. Even when they put out some truth, they mix the truth with lies. Okay, if they say one thing that's true, they tell you two lies behind it. This is how Esau operates. Like that, where was that? I don't remember where that was, but it was like an Issacharite family. They saw they heard a big thump, and then they saw like some alien looking things, big eyes, and 9 foot tall. They had a big black eyes or whatever they said. That's all deception. Okay, whether they were actors or whether they saw something, it was all deception. Okay, one way or another, because there's no life. We could be deceived if we were not in the truth. We would be deceived. Okay, if we didn't have the eye salve, the Lord could have deceived us with that. But at the end of the day, we know that there's no other outside forces that are traveling to the planet Earth except for the angels of the Lord. Okay, so let's get Zechariah the 5th chapter. This is Zechariah 5 and verse 1. It says, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll." Okay, and the roll looks like a scroll. Okay, it's a cylinder shape, which the chariots come in that shape as well. They come in a cylinder shape. As you can see, the last video I showed you, it was changing shapes. Okay, they can come like that. And there's a report of one of these government officials or whatever. He said that there was a meeting, like that was a true whistleblower. He said there was a meeting that they had with some outside forces, something along those lines, and they came out of the cigar shaped vehicle, and they were tall black men, so-called African American men. That's what he said, looking men. Okay, and they had to look on their face as a nation that has never been conquered. See, that is a more believable report of the angels. Okay, and he said that it was a cigar-shaped craft. Yeah, like a flying roll, a scroll, if you will, a cylinder. Yeah, and they could come in different shapes. They come like clouds. They could come like horses. They could come like fire, like precious stones. Okay, like flying saucers. Yeah, it said, and he said unto me, "What seest thou?" And I answered, "I see a flying roll, and the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth." Now, who is it a curse for? It's a curse for the heathen. Okay? He said, "For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it." Yeah, Esau, Edom, you're the thief, the great thief of the earth, and you're going to be cut off. And the Lord is going to use those chariots to help with that. "And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it." Right? You swear, you have people swearing on the Bible, which is against the Bible. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that. Okay? "I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, Esau, Edom, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stone thereof, and the stones thereof." Right? So it's staying in the midst of your house now. That's why there's so many chariot sightings, because they're in the midst of the house. They're out scoping the scene. They're seeing what's going on in the earth. Okay? And there's nothing you could do about it. You can't take them out. You can't destroy them. This is above your pay grade, Esau. You don't have the technology to deal with these crafts, because these are spiritual crafts. These are spiritual crafts that you're looking at. The angels are operating these, man, and you cannot kill the angels. The angels have spiritual bodies. You only die when you're in the flesh, man. When you have spiritual bodies, you don't die. There's no death in a spiritual body. You eat it, and a spiritual vehicle does not crash. It does not malfunction. It does not need to be gassed up. It does not need. It does not need an oil change. So that's all deception, talking about it crashed and this and that. Get out of here, man. You can just, the simple believeth every word, man. We don't believe a word you say, E, because we know that's not scriptural, man. You know that's not scriptural, man. This is Ezekiel 1:1. It says, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 4. It says, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the matter of fact. Yeah. Right. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfold itself. So the cloud looked like it had fire engulfing inside of it. So there's chariots that look like that. Absolutely. Okay. And a brightness was about it. Hold on. You saw all those images, those bright lights. These are all chariots, man. Okay. The brightness. You see the brightness that's about it. They have the chariots have a brightness around it. Typically. Okay. But sometimes they come like this. You see this one? This is nothing, but it looks just like a cloud, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, the chariots look like that. Okay. But then a lot of times they'll have what? The brightness around them. Okay. And it says, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, right, which were angels. And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. So the angels typically have likenesses of men. See, this was somewhat different. You know, this had 4 faces and so on and so forth. But they typically have the likeness of men. That is the image of angels, because when we go back to Genesis 1, right? Let's go to Genesis 1, which a lot of you people can't break down Genesis 1. A lot of these pastors, these Christian pastors cannot break down Genesis 1, okay? Or Genesis, the first chapter. This is Genesis 1 and verse 1. It says, no, let's go down. That's not even Genesis. Hold on. Let me make sure. Matter of fact, I could have started at Genesis 1, but it's not Genesis 1 I'm looking for. Okay. Let's go up a bit more. Salaki, give me a second. Man. See, when you're looking for something, let's go up. Let me just type it in. Let's type in what I'm looking for. Salakia, forgive me. Oh, 1 to 26. Salakia. This is Genesis 1 and verse 26. It says, and the Most High said, let us make man in our image. Who's this speaking? In our image. Is the Most High speaking to himself? Does he have a case of schizophrenia, split personalities? No, this is not the Most High himself speaking. This is the angels, the Alahayim, okay, which is plural. Let's look it up. Yep, Alahayim, which when you put the yum at the end of a word, it makes it plural. So the powers of the gods. Okay, what are those gods and those powers? The angels, which is under the Most High power, which is Yahweh. Okay, but the angels headed by Yahweh Shai, the Lord, was the ones that created the heavens and the earth. The Lord commissioned to create the heavens and the earth and man and all of that. So they said what? And the gods said, I'm saying, read it the right way, how it's supposed to be written. And the gods said, or the angels said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So the man was made in the image of the angels. So the angels have the likeness of men. Okay, you see, and that's men of color. Okay, dark-skinned men, typically black men. Okay, that's how the angels look. Okay, dark-skinned black men. Right, Adam was a dark-skinned black man. Okay, and Eve was a dark-skinned so-called black woman. You see what I'm saying? And that's where everyone came from. You see what I'm saying? And it also goes into the order that was given unto Adam. Okay, because Adam was given order. You see, all those men were not given order. Adam was the one that was given order. Okay, because there's order in the heavens. So and the order goes into the law, statutes, and commandments. But anyways, so the angels have the likeness of men. They don't have the likeness of little babies with their penises out. They don't have the likeness of big heads, big-headed aliens with big black eyes. That's you know what that is? That's a demon that was actually created by Aleister Crowley. I don't know if I could get the image, but that's an actual demon. That whole alien thing. Let me type in alien. That's an actual demon. Alien. Let's type in alien. Okay. This here is a demon that Aleister Crowley depicted. And he said it was a fallen god, but this is a demon. Okay? Because of course he was worshiping Satan and demons. Okay? So they're using this as a means of deception. Angels don't look like this, man. Ain't nobody coming out the craft looking like this. All right? The angels have the likeness of men. And it's typically so-called black men. Let me see. Let me type in alien Aleister Crowley. I don't know if it's going to show the actual drawing. I don't know if it's going to show the actual drawing or not. Yeah, there it is. What do you call his name? It's called Gigi. This thing. Okay, this thing. Okay. This is Aleister Crowley drew this shit. All right. Aleister Crowley, 1918. Drawing of lamb. Okay, it says lamb. That's the name. The name is lamb. So there you go. Okay, there you go. Okay. There you go. You see? So that's not more than a demon. And they're using that as, look at this nigga's eyes. Look at this nigga. This nigga's Satan, boy. Satan for you, boy. But that's Esau. That's the man of sin. Not just him, but all these Edomites they're tied to Satan. They're not tied to the Most High. They don't have a connection with the Most High. They have a connection with Satan. But anyways, so that whole UFO that goes back to that. Listen. The angels do not look like that. Let me type in Yahweh Shai angels and see what pops up. Yeah, I'm not typing in Jesus Christ angels because you know what we're gonna see with that. Yahweh Shai angels. Okay. IUIC would say, let's type in Black Jesus Christ. No, type in Yahushua the angels. The angels look like this. They look like so-called black men. Okay? They look like so-called black men. All right? Beards on their face and all of that. All right? They don't look like Edomites. All right? So anyways, so that whole thing of them finding the craft and the crash, and there was an alien looking guy being on there, his ribs touching, it looked like E.T., his ribs were touching together. No, that's deception. That's a straight up lie. Let's go.
Many dismiss UAP reports as classified weapons testing by our own government. But in your experience as a pilot, does our government typically test advanced weapon systems right next to multi-million-dollar jets without informing our pilots?
No, we have test ranges for that.
It took over 15 years for your encounter with the Tic Tac to be declassified. Do you feel there was a good reason to prevent lawmakers from having access to this footage?
No, I just think it was ignored when it happened, and it just sat somewhere in a file. Never got reported.
In a drawer. It happens a lot up here. Shocker. Mr. Gresh, a couple of questions for you too, sir, this morning. What percentage of UAPs do you feel are adequately investigated by the U.S. government, of the 5% that are reported?
I can only speak for my personal leadership over at NGA. I tried to look at every report that came through that I could triage. So,
do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security apparatus have unlawfully withheld information from Congress and subverted our oversight authority?
there are certain elected leaders that had more information that I'm not sure what they've shared with certain Gang of Eight members or et cetera, but certainly I would not be surprised.
Okay. You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask.
See, that's all fucking. See, Esau works in darkness. Everything he does is in darkness, and you know, the scriptures say the morning is as the shadow of death to them. They don't want to be revealed, so everything they do is in secret. It's deceptive. But anyways, they don't have any chariots. They don't have any outside vehicles. Outside of Earth, I mean, vehicles. They don't have any of that. They don't have any of that in possession. They don't have a piece of it. They don't have a light bulb from it. They don't have they don't have anything from it. They don't have a steering wheel from it, a wheel, nothing. Okay? This is all lies, and it's for Esau's purpose of deception. He's not bringing this out for no. He's not bringing this information out for no reason. He has a insidious reason behind bringing this stuff out.
When you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Yeah, right.
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you may or may not be able to answer my last question, and maybe we get into a skiff at the next hearing that we have, but who in the government, either what agency, sub-agency?
This is complete BS, man. All right? They don't have any there's no alien that crashed and they have a piece of the body. That's see, these men. See, if I was in the world, I would have believed this, because I was into looking up what Esau's doing behind the scenes and these sea theories and whatever the case may be. But Esau's so deceptive with it. When you think he's telling, when you think someone's whistleblowing, he's controlling them. When they pull out the truth, they put out two lies behind it. Esau is on a high level of deception. A lot of these people you think are they're against the deep state. They're on a Rumble. You know, they're bringing out information. A lot of them are just controlled by Esau Edom. So they're set up to paint a narrative. So there's so much deceptions. If we were not in the truth, we would not be able to be shielded by this bombardment of lies, man. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to another account. I'm going to Judges 13th chapter to show you, when the angel came to Samson, he didn't come with no big forehead, man. Oh, Judge, I say Judges 13. So I can. What is that? Yeah. Yeah, it is. What did I type in just now? Right, Judges 13. Right. All right. So this is Judges 13. Okay, this is Judges 13:1. It said, "And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord, and Yahweh delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. And there was a certain man of Zorah, of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah, and his wife was barren, and bare not. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto the woman, and said unto her, Behold, thou art barren, and bearest not, but thou shalt conceive, and bear a son. Now therefore beware, I pray thee, and drink not wine, nor strong drink, and eat not any unclean thing. For lo, thou shalt conceive, and bear a son, and no razor shall come on his head. For the child shall be a Nazarite unto the Most High from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hand of the Philistines." Because the Lord always sent saviors. There was many saviors in Israel, but the ultimate savior is Yahweh Shai. But there was many saviors. The prophets were known as saviors. Okay. It says, "Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, a man of the Most High, a man of the Most High." So he didn't come she didn't say an alien or a creature of the Most High. No, she said a man of the Most High came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of the Most High, which he had a very serious countenance, a very terrible countenance, very terrible, as it says right here. "But I asked him not whence he was, neither told he me his name. But he said unto me, Behold, thou shalt conceive, and bear a son, and now drink no wine, nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing. For the child shall be a Nazarite to the Most High from the womb to the day of his death." So that's the bottom line. The angels come as men, and those crafts are the crafts of the Most High that they can't crash. The Lord said, "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways." There's no way that those vehicles ever could crash and that Esau has a piece of them. That's complete madness. Complete madness. So with that, I'll say shalom.